Hi everyone, this is a RanTcid Mayo video, and if you're wondering why I'm smiling since it's going to be a rant, let me tell you, this is going to have a happy ending, so I think you want to stay tuned for it. Okay, now all of you know, if you're a driver, all these idiots on the road that not only speed, but also want to try to gain a few feet on you, you know? They're always zigzagging. I call them zigzaggers, you know? In and out of traffic, in and out. They're in this lane, they're in that lane, they're over here, they go in there, they're in. They're trying to gain a few yards on you, and you always wind up meeting these jackasses down at the next traffic light, if there is one. Well, let me tell you a story that happened when I was in the car with my girlfriend driving, I'll say about 2 weeks ago now. I've been saving this for a good RanTcid Mayo video, okay? We were in a traffic jam. The traffic wasn't moving. This was on a Sunday afternoon. Big highway, you know, everybody's kind of bumper to bumper, everybody's getting impatient. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, there's a car from behind me that just goes whoosh and goes in front of me. Apparently there was a little bit of a gap in front of me, and this person thought that, well, that's their opportunity to kind of gain, like, you know, 7 or 8 feet or whatever it was. So they did it. They went right ahead of me. I looked at my girlfriend. I said, where did he come from? You know, it was like a bolt of lightning out of hell. I don't know. What an idiot, right? So I look, and I see it's a little black sports car. And I'm trying to get a look at the driver, because anytime you find one of these maroons out there, you always want to see what they look like. And sure enough, it was a kid. I'd say he looked like he just got his license like 2 or 3 days before. I mean, he's as young as you could be driving a car with a license, if he had one. And I notice he's waiting his chance again. This is a traffic jam. It's 3 lanes. Nobody's going anywhere. If there happens to be a moment where somebody moves up and you get a little gap, you're not going to accomplish anything by zigzagging over into front of him to try to gain another several feet. But that's what this kid was doing, all right? So we're watching this kid, and all of a sudden, after a while, we hear an ambulance siren, and we look up in the mirror and we see an ambulance coming in the left lane, and they're trying to get through. Apparently, somebody out there in the distance somewhere is injured and they needed an ambulance. Probably some other moron on the road, right? So here comes this ambulance in the left lane. All of a sudden, the ambulance gets just a couple of cars in front of me on the left. And here's this kid. He sees his golden opportunity. I think maybe he figured, well, you know what? There's an ambulance coming. Maybe if I get behind him, I can go a little faster. So there was a ambulance coming, and there was a little tiny space in back of the ambulance and in front of a white SUV. Here comes this kid in a little black sports car to the left of me now, trying to zoom in there, but he wasn't quite fast enough or accurate enough, and he went in on an angle, and bam! His taillight got smashed. The kid. He lost his taillights. The only thing I felt sorry for was the poor guy in the white SUV in back of him, didn't know what hit him. You know, this kid was trying to get in there. He learned his lesson as punk, okay? And it was I applauded. I said, yeah, my girlfriend, woohoo! Both of us whooping it up. I'm sure anybody who watched this was cheering for this jackass. I just felt sorry for the innocent guy in the white Jeep. You know, I don't think, from what I could see when I looked at the damage, I didn't see any damage to the front of the white vehicle, the big vehicle, but I saw just this kid got messed up. So they both had to, like, kind of pull off the side of the road. They get out of the vehicles, and just as I'm passing them, I roll my window down, and I'm like, you, figure the words out, you lousy, da, 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 da. Figure it out. I told him off as we were driving by. There's the happy ending, folks. Zigzaggers on the road. Kill yourselves when you're driving. Don't hurt anybody else.